Good morning. How's everybody doing this beautiful? Oh, well, it's beautiful, but it's cloudy, and it may rain on me. Y'all, good morning. I'm Helen in Georgia, and I'm out here having my coffee. I've been having it all morning, but I'm having it now out here with y'all. Uh, what a awesome, well, the sun's not shining on me. I don't have my umbrella up, so if it starts raining, y'all, I'm gonna have to snatch up my stuff, go up there on the porch, and get out of the rain, because I don't have my umbrella open, and I'm just sitting here. I asked Siri about the rain, and she didn't say it was gonna rain, so I didn't think it was. So I don't know if it's gonna rain or if it is, or if it's not. But anyway, uh, whatever. I see the sun kind of shining, coming through the cloud, y'all. Uh, maybe, just maybe, it might not. You know, I don't know. You just can't tell. You have to uh, just wait and see, I guess. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait and see. And y'all, I am, oh, beautiful day, even though it's rainy looking. And the Lord maybe help me get through this without it raining, but I can do it. I can move pretty fast. I got all this, well, I got my camera out here that can't get wet. I've got my tablet that can't get wet. I got my computer thing out here. It can't get wet, but it won't take me long to move it if it starts raining. And if I feel just a little bit of sprinkles, I'm gonna jump up and start getting up there. And it's just 3, 4, 5, 6 steps or something right up there on the porch. I can snatch it up there quick and get it up there out of the rain, because I don't want the rain to mess up my stuff, y'all. Y'all, good morning. And this is my coffee, my Red Bird. Isn't it beautiful? Let me have some. I've been drinking all morning, but I don't drink fast. I just sip it along. You know, it doesn't. I don't drink a lot of coffee, y'all. Y'all may have the wrong idea about me. I don't drink a lot of coffee. And coffee does not make me nervous or nothing. Uh, it does some people. It did my son, Tony. When he drank coffee, he would just shake. It doesn't do one thing to me. It doesn't keep me awake. It doesn't put me to sleep. It doesn't do nothing. Just drinking it is like drinking water. It doesn't affect me at all. I don't know, you know, about other people, how it affects them. They say, and I know from my son that how he was. He just got real jittery, and he'd say, "I'm about to fly apart." That's what he used to say. You know, I don't know what that is, but that's what he said. I'm not like that. It doesn't nothing I do, like drinking coffee or anything. Coca-Colas. My daddy used to say Coca-Colas would keep him awake. If he drank a Coca-Cola before he went to bed or something, it would keep him awake. It doesn't do me nothing. Nothing. It don't. Nothing I drink or eat or nothing affects me like that. I don't know why. I don't really know why. Let me see if I can see what y'all are saying. Uh, uh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Oh, I got y'all some coffee. It's over here on this side. I about forget about y'all. I don't forget about y'all, but I forget some things I need to do. Y'all, this is y'all's coffee. This is a little bench or something. I don't know what it is, but y'all have some. Drink coffee with me and let's talk and have a good time and enjoy each other and enjoy the beautiful day that the sun's not shining and but it's beautiful anyway. It's beautiful and I love it. I love what God created for us to enjoy out in the outside. It's just amazing. You know, in the side, he didn't create in there. We created in there. He created all this. All this we see, all the trees, all the everything that's growing. He 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 is this is his creation. And it can't be beat. What he creates cannot be beat. Let me see. I'm trying to see what y'all saying. Uh, let's see. Y'all, uh, I've been a little sick, y'all. I really have. I thought I might be getting COVID. Uh, I was okay. You know, Sunday, I felt okay. I went to town at the little grocery store that I go to all the time. They have a little deli there. They serve dinners and stuff, and roasted chickens and all kind of things there. And it was a holiday. Y'all, I'm not seeing comments that well, and I can't talk and read them no way, but I'm gonna try to. I bet you I am jealous. I wish I could drink it. Oh, she must be talking about coffee. Uh, anyway, I went up there and there was a long line of people getting food because it was a holiday and I guess people, you know, and a lot of people go up there after church and get food. I don't know if it was the food I ate. I don't know if it was my system. I don't know what it was. But that night, I got sick. I got very sick. My stomach was upset. And I stayed in the bed all day and all that night. I hardly didn't get up. Uh, but I got better. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't the word, you know, the C word that everybody has and is dreading, getting. I done had it twice, and I don't want it again. I put hand sanitizer on my hands when I go in the grocery store to get a buggy. I touch that stuff with my hand, but I put hand sanitizer on it when before I get the buggy, and uh, to help keep from getting it. I don't know if that would help keep from getting it or not. I do too. Oh, but anyway, I didn't get, that wasn't what it was, because I got better, but it must have been something that I ate that disagreed with me or something. I don't know. I got mashed potatoes and gravy, 2 pieces of chicken. Gosh, this stuff is falling out of the tree on me, leaves and everything else. And I got a peach cobbler and a tea. And I don't know If it was just my system, I don't know what it was, but I'm better and I'm over it. I I'm thankful that it wasn't what I thought it might be, because when I had it, I could not get up out of the bed, and I got up and I come in here to get on the couch, and I'd sleep 2 or 3 hours, and I couldn't. I mean, I stayed just sleepy and tired and wanted to lay down, and I did, and I got better. Thank the Lord, I got better, and I'm okay now. I'm just but there are people that are getting that stuff right and left. They are. It's bad, y'all. It really makes you feel. I couldn't even sit up. I couldn't even sit up on the couch. I had to be laying down on a bed or somewhere laying flat, because I couldn't get up. I was too weak. The wind is really blowing, y'all. I guess y'all hear the wind chimes back there clinging together. Good morning to everyone that's on here. I'm not seeing everybody, but I go back and look, and I would Grandma, you're beautiful. Thank you. You know I'm not beautiful. Gracious. But you're so sweet to say that. That I am, you know. uh, you're a doll. Oh, I'm not. You know that's not true. Y'all are so kind. Y'all say stuff, y'all, but it's so sweet of y'all to say that, even though I know I'm old but I'm just trying to hang in there and get by and do as well. Y'all see all this stuff falling? Miss Helen, you sure are beautiful inside, and thank you very much. Y'all, you know, when I was little, Grandma, old doesn't mean you're ugly, but it means you're old. And I do see some people, some movie stars and stuff, that was so beautiful when they were young, and when they got old, oh my goodness. I don't know why, but they aged didn't help them any at all. And I hope, you know, your insides are beautiful, even though sometimes your outside is not. But anyway, that's life. That's life. You're young, you're a baby, your skin is beautiful and soft and gentle, and you grow and you grow and you grow. When I was little, I did not have any confidence in myself whatsoever. I didn't think I could do nothing. And I thought, well, I was going to school and I wasn't learning things like I should. And my sister was not even going to school, and she could read my books that I couldn't read. And I thought, I must be the dumbest person in the world. And I always thought I wasn't up to standards. I wasn't what I needed to be. that's why I got taken in a lot of time whenever I thought I wasn't worthy. I thought I wasn't, I thought something was wrong with me, you know, because I couldn't do everything everybody else done. You know, it's just like book stuff. Book stuff is what I couldn't. And uh, algebra and all that crazy mess. No, I could not get that stuff. I could not get it. But little did I know that I had something in me that I didn't know about. I didn't know that I could do stuff that I can do. I didn't know I could do that. I thought I was just retarded or something. I mean, I thought my sister was 2 years younger than me, and she was so smart, and she was a person. If she didn't like something, she would tell you. She would tell you right away, and with no uncertain terms. And she would take up for me when I wouldn't take up for myself. I wouldn't take up for myself. I didn't think I was nothing to take up for. But she always kind of helped me along, you know, because I just decided I wasn't nobody, and I didn't know anything, and couldn't figure out how to know anything. I couldn't write all this stuff up that they tell you to write in school and all that stuff, you know. But I had to rise above after years of thinking that, and people helping me think that I wasn't nothing, and I couldn't be nothing, and I didn't have no sense at all. Sometimes you have to turn away from all that stuff that's bringing you down more than you already are. And some people will do that. They'll bring you down when you're already down. They think, well, she ain't nothing, and she won't never be nothing, and she don't know nothing, and won't never know anything. So, you know, she's worthless. And I thought it too, you know. I thought, but I raised my 2 boys like single-handed in a way, because I was the caretaker for them. Nobody else. They had other things to do, and I had them, and I was going to look after them. I was going to do my best for them. And my son, Danny, when he was a little boy, he snored really, really bad. I took him to church, and he would disturb people in church with snoring if he went to sleep while we were there. And he was like 3 years old or something. He wasn't that old. And I told his daddy, I said, I think he can't breathe good. Oh, you just crazy. He can breathe. You always thinking something. Well, at night I could hear him, you know, in there like gasping for breath, and he would wake up to breathe. And I said, well, I can't, you know. Well, I'd go in there and tell him, he can't breathe. He cannot breathe good. Are you crazy? You just think that. I took him to the doctor myself. I took him to the doctor, and I told the doctor that I thought he couldn't breathe good. He looked in his throat, and he said, he can't breathe good. His tonsils are as big as your thumb on both sides. I said, well, why does he breathe good in the daytime when he's up walking around, and when he goes to sleep, he can't breathe? He said, because when he's up walking around, he has con, openings in his throat, but when he goes to sleep, they relax and they go together, and there's no air. He will die if he doesn't get his tonsils taken out. He will die. So I was right. So the doctor set up an appointment to have his tonsils removed. And I took him up there by myself, nobody but me. I took him up there to the hospital to have his tonsils taken out. And the doctor came out. The doctor is the one that delivered him, is Dr. O'Daniels is the doctor. And he went in there, and he came out and he saw me. He said, honey, they ain't nobody with you. I said, no, sir, they just me. And he put his arm around me and hugged me, told me everything was going to be all right. And I waited out there by myself. Nobody came up there. His daddy was working. He didn't go. Didn't think he needed to go. So the doctor came out there and told me he was out of surgery. He was fine. He said, I have his tonsils in a bottle for you to see. His tonsils were as big as a pecan, both of one on each side. He brought them out there in a bottle to show me what was causing him not to breathe. If I had not taken him and I had ignored the signs that I saw, he would have died in his sleep. He would have suffocated. So I didn't listen to his daddy, because I knew my child was having a hard time breathing. I don't want to depress y'all and tell y'all sad stuff all the time, but even though you're not smart in a lot of ways, like book-wise and stuff, but if you're wise in other ways, you have senses that you can sense stuff and know stuff, and you're concerned enough to find out about why he was breathing that way. His daddy did not even get up. He told me, if you don't believe he can breathe through his nose, you go in there and you cover his mouth up and you'll see. I went in there and done that, and he couldn't breathe. He only breathed through his mouth. So y'all, anybody out there that thinks they are not smart and they don't know anything, you have abilities that the Lord give you that you can use in spite of not having that that stuff that in school they taught us would have not helped me through life no way. That's just something. I did learn a little bit about uh, reading and spelling, and not a whole lot. I still can't spell good, but thank the Lord, you got something on the computer now that'll help you spell. But y'all don't. I mean, I don't know why I never had any confidence in myself. I don't know why. I think it was because my sister was so smart. I thought I was the dumbest person that could ever be. But you know, I was smart in other ways. I was smart in other ways than the way she was. So the Lord don't always give you the same abilities He gives everybody else. He gives you what you need. I'm not seeing y'all's comments as much. Hey there, y'all. I see Anthony McNabb speaking. Uh, don't always think that you're unworthy and uneducated, because there are things in life more than that. Being a kind, caring person and feeling somebody else's pain and trying to help others and trying to be a blessing and be a kind person. Don't always down people, and don't always turn off whatever people say. I think self-esteem is super important to instill in our children. It is, but you know, my mama didn't ever treat me like I wasn't smart. I mean, I just thought it myself, and I really was uh, more young at heart. Like, I like to play and run around outside, climb trees, do stuff. My sister didn't like none of that stuff. She didn't care about nothing outside, hardly, but you know, later years she had flowers and all kind of stuff, and but I just always thought, because I went to the first grade and I didn't like being there. I didn't like leaving my mama. I could not stand when the bus came. My heart was just broken in two whenever it came and to where I was at and my mama was standing there. She told me to get on the bus. They opened the door and I had to get on the bus. And I'd never left my mama before. I cried and cried and cried. And that might have been, you know, part of why I didn't learn anything, because I didn't like the change. I didn't like leaving my mama. I couldn't hardly leave her. And my heart was broke when I left her, and I looked down there and she was standing on the ground, and I was up in the bus. You know, buses are kind of tall. After you get in them, you look down. There's your mama standing there, and it drives off and leaves her standing there. That has always been something that broke my heart somehow, is leaving my mama. My sister got on the bus and went to school and never batted an eye. And the children on the bus made fun of me because I was crying. and I had a hood on my head. Well, they jerked my hood off and they threw it around in the bus, and they thought, you know, they wasn't like that. But you live and you learn. You learn. You have to go on no matter what life puts in your path. And you are better than you think you are. You can do things. You just have to say, I'm going to do this. Like I never thought I could make anything. I didn't think I could talk, and I still can't. I'm not great at it. I'm not a great talker. I'm a very sensitive person, and I can't help it. I cannot help it. I don't know how you quit being that way. I, I don't know how, Danny, to be good, Miss LeCook. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm missing something, I guess. But anyway, you're never too old, I guess, to learn what's important and who has not made mistakes. And even though you were shy and you didn't know what was best for you, you know, if somebody tells you something, you think they are a lot smarter than you, and they know more than you. If they tell you that, you well, they're a smart person. They ought to know, you know. I'm a nobody. I'm somebody that don't know what's good for me and what ain't. But sometimes I think I listen to myself, like my son when he couldn't breathe. I knew he couldn't breathe, but his daddy did not even get up out of the bed and go see for himself what I was saying, because, you know, I ain't too smart. No way. So he didn't believe nothing I said. I just I just thought that. I didn't know nothing. And I never had a baby, and I never been around a baby. I just know, uh, when your child is snoring, like, and his breath stops, something is wrong. Something is wrong. But I made it through that, and he made it through that. He doesn't have any tonsils. I don't have any tonsils either. When I was little, I had tonsil trouble too. My tonsils stayed. He never had sore throat. He never had inflamed tonsils or nothing. His tonsils were just big, and he could talk like, "Grr," you know, a voice that he could make a noise with his voice that normal people with regular tonsils couldn't make. He talked with a, he could do it, and he could talk normal, but he could talk like, I guess it's because his tonsils were big. I don't know. I really don't know, y'all. I just and you live and you learn. You learn to listen to yourself, even though you think you're not smart. Uh, Sometimes you have to say, well, he wasn't too smart either, or he would have got up and seen about his child that was 3 years old. See, I took him to church and he was snoring all over the church because he couldn't breathe. But I got to listening to him and knowing something wasn't right about that, because that I could hear him stop and he'd kind of wake himself up a little bit. If you know, just because you're a smart man and you think you know everything, you don't know everything. You have to listen and go through life and listen for the little things that are unspoken that you need to know. You need to listen and learn that life is a God-given thing. He gave me things I didn't even know I had. I didn't know I had nothing in me that was strong at all. But I think I've grown to be I can't see y'all saying long comments, and I can't see them and talk, but I've come to the conclusion people are not like some people think they are. And sometimes common sense will overtake book sense. I didn't never have a job that had to have all that knowledge. You know, I just had a working job that worked with my hands, worked with just what I have, and I made it. I made it through life, and when you go through all that and you just had all that you can have, you take your two children that don't need to be in that environment, and you go to a safe place. And really, a safe place was, he really never left me alone completely. He always tried to get me back. But when you get done like that, there's no going back. There's no going back into something you struggled in and you felt like you was alone and you was my mama had passed away. She knew me. She knew if she called me up and I talked to her, she would ask me how I was doing, and I would say I was doing good. But she would know somehow that I wasn't. She could tell by talking to me. You have senses in your body about people that you know. You can tell they're not right, but she couldn't help it. Nobody could help me. Nobody could help me but me. He wasn't going to change. I couldn't change. I was born the way I am. The Lord made me who I am. I don't know why he made me like this. Why I say, why didn't he make me smart like my sister? But smart like my sister would not have let me be who I am now. Always smart ain't everything. Being a person that will listen to your conscience and be kind and caring to people, and try not to hurt people's feelings. Try to be positive and say stuff that will uplift them, not bring them down. Some people is bound to bring you down some way or the other. Whatever it takes, they gonna bring you down from they think you're a high horse. You ain't gonna be way up there, which I'm not way up there. I'm just going along slowly and doing what I can do, trying to make a life for myself and enjoying my life and enjoying what God give us free. You don't have to pay for what God gives you. And everybody makes mistakes, and everybody don't thrive on their mistakes. You don't win. When you go against the Lord's will, you don't win. You don't win. My boys' daddy got cancer and passed away. And I was nice to him. I didn't never be really mean. I didn't be mean to him whenever we separated, and I was nice. I invited him out here to have Christmas dinner with all of us, and he came. He came out here and sat down at our table and was with us. I did not hate him. I don't hate nobody. I don't like some people's ways and some people's attitude and stuff, but I don't hate nobody. Nobody in the world I don't hate. I try to be a person that don't judge. I would hope they do well, and I want them to, and I pray for them. I pray that they have a good life and they're happy. That's happy life is what we all need. Some people get in a life that we are not happy, and you can't be happy because there's circumstances that keeps you pushed down, like you don't count. You ain't nothing. But y'all, my son told me to, why don't you, he had a YouTube channel. He said, why don't you go on YouTube, Mama, and do something? You take pictures, you take videos. Well, I said, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't talk to people. Well, I would go out and I would cut bushes all in the woods, and I had the camera going, and I got videos right now that I made when I wasn't on YouTube, just of me doing stuff. I don't even know why I done that, but I liked making pictures, and I like making videos, and I just so I said, well, I might do that. He kept on, asking me to, cause he had one. I thought, oh, okay, I might do that. I might. Well, he set it all up. I didn't do nothing. He set it up. He set up my channel. He set up everything. That he's very smart. He knows all kind of stuff. He 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 studies, and he tells me to study. Mama, you need to study. Well, I'm not a studier too good. I'm a looker and doer, not a studier. Y'all, uh, I don't know. I don't know why the Lord made me the way I am, and I might not have helped him much whenever he made me. I might could have done more for myself, but I didn't. But anyway, I said, okay. Well, I put a little video on there or something, and he said, Mama, do you want to be monetized? I said, no, I don't. I didn't even know what monetized was. He said, oh, the sun's coming out. It's probably not going to rain. Oh, goodness. Thank you, Lord. Anyway, let me see. Do you want to be monetized? I said, no, I don't want to be monetized. He said, why? I said, I don't know. I didn't even know what monetized was. He said, you'll get paid a little bit, for things you do. I said, oh, no, I don't want to be monetized. Well, it went along. I said, well, I might do that. I might do that. See, I'm not a person that just jumps on something right away. My brain don't process fast. It's kind of a slow worker. And I decided to do it. So I said, okay, monetize me. He done everything. He done every bit of it. I didn't do nothing but make the video. Well, then comes down to you need to be able to let me think. I'm about to get my mind off my track here. Let me see. Oh, edit videos, cause you don't want all that little bitty stuff in your video. You want to edit out the things that you don't really want in there. So, Lord, he had a time with me trying to learn how to edit. I'm a slow learner, y'all. I really am. I am slow, but I'm sure. I'm slow, but I'm sure. I don't. You see how I done whenever I'm trying to get on here. If everything works right, I can do it if I know how. Anyway, I learned how to edit. I got this program in there that he suggested me getting, and he had it. And so then I decided I would try something like cement. Making something out of cement. Never done it in my life. Never. I've seen people pouring cement and making sidewalks and that stuff, but that's all. I never made nothing out of cement in my whole life. Well, I started just trying stuff, and doing stuff, and here I made a video that has got over 2 million views. 2 million. Don't know how in the world I done it, but I did it. So, then I made that. Then I decided to make stained glass stuff. Never done that. My sister didn't do none of this stuff. She didn't. That was not none of her talents. It wasn't none of mine either that I knew about. Uh, so I decided to make something out of stained glass. So I made some stuff, and I'm going to show y'all some of it. I'm not hardly seeing none of y'all's comments because I'm talking and I can't talk and read. I can't hardly just read by itself because it moves too fast. But I'm going to show y'all some of the stuff that I made out of stained glass. Here is a picture that I made. I ordered the stained glass off of Amazon. Cody helped me. You cut your glass, and you can go to these, say, Salvation Army or anywhere. They have old picture frames that you can buy, and you take and lay this glass on this frame. And you cut the glass and place it and put your glue on it. And look what a beautiful picture. There's no another picture in the world like this one. This is only one like this. They might be one similar. They won't be another one just like this one. And I made this one out of somewhere in my brain doing it. Didn't know I had it. Didn't know I could do it. Here's another one that I made. I'm gonna do some more like this. If y'all want me to, I'm gonna try to I've got all kind of stained glass in there that I'm not using, and it can't be finished in one day, I don't think. But it can show y'all what to do and how maybe to do it, and give y'all some show y'all a little bit about how to do that stuff. I have a lot of these, and this is one that I made. It's a ocean scene. Oh, this right here is off that tree. Can y'all see it? See, nobody in my family, nobody never did this that I know of. Sometimes, and it's just a picture frame, you know, like you take the glass out. You take the glass out. No, you leave the glass in there. You put this on top of the glass. I about forget what I done. I hope y'all can see. I just wanted, all these little petals is falling off that tree. But it'll stay. I mean, it's there. It won't go away. And I found out that I could do that. And my sister, I don't think would do that. She couldn't. I mean, she never tried, I guess. And she might could have done it if she tried. I don't know. But mine and her uh, ambitions and things were totally different. We were totally different people. Uh, we didn't. She had different interests than me. Which I don't know. She liked flowers, and I do too. I love flowers. But I don't really understand it, you know. She was a really a good person, but me and her was so different. It was just totally like we were no kin at all. Like, you know, she was very, very outspoken. She would, like, one time, uh, my daddy was a barber, and my stepmother had a beauty shop. And uh, Daddy had back surgery. He had a bad back. All of his relatives, all of his sisters and brothers, a lot of them, maybe not every single one, had back trouble. And all of them had back surgery at one time or another. And Daddy had back surgery, and he had come home, and hadn't been home but a day or so. And my stepbrother came down there and wanted my daddy to cut his hair. And my daddy was sort of like me. He done whatever he could do, you know. He didn't feel like doing that, but he did it. He went out there and he cut his hair. You know, held his arms up, had clippers and everything there to do it with. Where he cut his hair, and that boy got up. I was there, and my sister was there, and my daddy was there. And the young man that was getting the haircut. When Daddy got through cutting his hair, he got up out of the chair and he walked out the door. And was going to get in his truck or car or whatever he was in. My sister was in there. My sister got up out of that chair. She went out that door behind him, and I mean, I didn't know what was said there. All I know is the young man got in his truck and went down the road spinning wheels. She told him, she said this: my daddy just come home from the hospital, wasn't really able to cut your hair, but he got up and done it and did not say nothing. You got up out of that chair and you walked out and you didn't say thank you or nothing. Buddy, she will. See, I didn't say nothing. I wouldn't have said nothing. I should maybe have said something, but I didn't say nothing. She did. She don't let things get by without letting you know what you should have done, because she had more backbone, or if you want to call it that, than I did. Uh, but she let him know that was not right to come down there, and Daddy was not even able to be up, holding his arms up, cutting hair. And that boy didn't think, well, he was a man, had children. Aunt saw me. Did not think he should say thank you or nothing, or offer to pay him. He wouldn't have took any money at all. But he could have said thank you and didn't. But my sister don't let that stuff go unsaid. She told him what she thought. That's not me. I might should have, and I may should have said something if she hadn't. I don't know. But she didn't hesitate not 1 second. When he closed that door and walked off, she got up out of her chair and went after him. And she gave him a earful, I'm telling you. I didn't hear her, but she would take up for me when I wouldn't take up for myself. She would take up for me when I wouldn't even take up for my own self. That's the kind of person she was, you know. Where you stood, you know, she was an outspoken person. And my daddy wasn't like that. My daddy was an easy-going. You had to push him to his limit for him to say anything. Y'all, this world is not our home. We're here, but we're not. This is not our final place that we're going to be. We have a home in heaven if the Lord sees fit for us, and we don't have to be perfect to go to heaven. We just have to love the Lord and ask him to help us to do the right thing always, and to do you can't be you don't have to be perfect. You make mistakes, and people do make mistakes, but you have to strive. And sometimes it's hard to take a hold and to stop something that you are wanting to do that you don't need to do. Your conscience should tell you that you're not doing the Lord's will. And if you ask him, he will not deny you if you are sincere. If you are sincere and you mean that you want to live your life different and you want to go to heaven and be with all your family, I don't know how it will be in heaven when your family all are not there. I don't know if you will know it. I don't really know. But I would desire my family all to be there. And it's our choice. Nobody's going to force you. Nobody's going to make you do anything. It's got to be on free will to live the life that you're supposed, that you the Lord wants you to live. He's not going to make you do anything. You are, you, you don't get forced into nothing. It's a free will. You have to say, I don't like living like this right here. I want to live my life a different way, and I want to go to heaven. I want to see my loved ones. I want to see everyone that has passed on that went there. I want to be with them. I don't want to be left behind. Like when Noah built the ark, all the people got on the boat. They made fun of him because he was doing what the Lord told him to do. The rain came and the water come up, and they were trying to go then to get on the boat to get saved, but they couldn't. They got left behind. You got to be on board. You can't be left behind or go to heaven. And I pray that everyone that is on here that have troubles and have loved ones that are having trouble can find a way to get through, and the Lord's help. If they ask for help, the Lord won't turn you down. If you ask for help, but you got to do something yourself. You can't just lay there and say, do it. You know, you got to get up and help. You got to get up and say, I'm going to do this. If the Lord will help me, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to be left behind. I'm going to go with my family. I don't want to be left behind when they're all gone. So, all of us is pray for the people that are weak. Some people are strong, but weak also. But it can be done. It can be done, but you can't. You got to have help, and you got to have the willpower and the Lord's strong hand to pick you up. And you don't just lean back. You pick yourself up with it. You don't resist. You don't resist, because if you resist, that means you don't want to do it. Y'all, I really, I don't even know why this subject is on my mind. In a way I do, I guess. But all of us are not strong. Sometimes we're stronger, a lot stronger than we know. Those petals off that tree falling, they all in my hair, I guess. I don't know, but ain't it wonderful? The Lord gives you talents that you don't know where they come from. The talent that I have of cutting hair. How did I get that? How do you do that? When beauticians tell me they can't cut their own hair. And I think my daddy had that talent in his life too. I think he had that talent because he did it. I remember him doing it when we was living in the little shack in the woods. People would come over there to our house and ask him to cut their hair, and he would take them clippers, and it's kind of mash, and I know it probably was pulling them people's hair. He would cut their hair, and they like pay him a nickel or a dime. It wasn't over a dime. It wasn't hardly nothing he made doing that. And when he did that, I sort of had something in me about cutting hair, because back then we had chairs made out of cowhide. They would make a chair out of wood, and the bottom of it, they would put that cowhide on it and cut them little pieces up under there of the skin and tie it up. And it had hair on it. Some of it was kind of long hair. Whatever kind of cows it was had hair. I would take that chair, and I would get a pair of scissors, and I would cut that little old hair off of them little old straps up under there that was tied. I would cut that off. My sister didn't ever do that. My sister didn't ever care nothing. I mean, she didn't. But I thought that needed cutting for some reason. I was a little bitty thing. So that was in me my whole life that I didn't know about. When I was 6 and 7 years old and on up, I never cut my hair or nothing. But then when I got older, I started messing with my hair, when I thought, well, I think I'm gonna cut my hair. And I cut some of it. And my sister wanted me to cut her hair, so I cut her hair. I cut her hair sort of like a boy haircut. That's what she wanted. She pulled it back and it was short. I cut her hair. I cut all my mama's hair. I don't know how I knew how to do it. I don't know where it came from. My sister couldn't cut hair. My mama couldn't cut hair. But just shows. Just because you can't read good, and you can't do arithmetic good, and you can't spell good, and you're shy, and you're not much of anything that you think, you still have talents in you. You just have to bring them out. And the Lord, I think, brings them out. And you, look, He leads you down these little paths that you need to be down to learn about yourself. Don't I say, I don't want to smoke. I don't want to smoke a cigarette because people that do it don't seem to be able to stop. I don't want to do that because I don't want to do something that has me and I don't have it. It has me. So I don't know. My sister smoked, and I think that contributed to her death. She smoked. And drinking was not in my family. My daddy never drank. My daddy never smoked. I never heard my daddy cuss. I wanted to be like that. I wanted to be, I don't want to say ugly words. I don't want to say stuff that I'm sorry that I said. I want I want nothing to have me tied that I can't stop. So I didn't ever do none of that stuff that will cause that. And the Lord has been with me all my life. He's been by my side. I could tell that he was. I had to go through things that wasn't right, that was done to me, that I am ashamed of, that I've never told nobody, but it was not my will. But the Lord is a forgiving God. He knows. He knows our every thought. He knows our everything that we do and why we do it. Something fell out of that tree on my head. But always do and be as good as you can be. And give God the glory and the praise for it, because he's the one gives all these wonderful things that we are and what. Gosh, y'all, I'm about to get blown away. He gives us all the good things in life that we need, and we have to accept them and use them in the right way and give God the glory for his mercy and his grace on us. Uh, and I'm so blessed. I was blessed with a good mama and a good daddy and a good sister and brother, step brothers, and half brothers, uh, and sisters, that I don't see all that much, all the time. But, when when you live your life and you look back, you're not ashamed of things that you've done, that you've caused worry to people that maybe you shouldn't have. And you learn from your mistakes. If you make a mistake and you don't want to go back and do that again. I don't know anything about addictions and all that stuff that people have. I've never had one of those. I don't want one. And I thank the Lord that I've been strong enough, I guess, that I've never had that. And I never wanted it. I don't want nothing that will take me and make me a person that I'm not. I'm a good-hearted person. And I'm too tender-hearted, and I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I would rather hurt myself than to hurt somebody's feelings. I would not say a mean comment to nobody. If they say a mean comment to me, I don't write them back a nasty comment. I try to just overlook it and go on and think, what kind of person is that that judges you and has that to say about you when they don't know you? And life is so short. Like, I remember when I was a little bitty girl, I remember the life I lived. I remember the life I lived as a 10-year-old, 11 and 12 and 13. Was all kind of hard because, and y'all know, we never had a car. We walked everywhere. It just, I guess my daddy planned it that way that we never moved so far away, except when we lived in Adrian at that old little shack that we lived in. We couldn't walk to town from there. We could not walk to town, but we walked to a church that was down the road, a pretty good ways down that road. We walked to that church. If we had to go to town, my daddy would walk over through the woods to his daddy's, which was my granddaddy's, and borrow a mule and a wagon. Would come back over there to the house and get us and get on that wagon. I thought I was something sitting up in that wagon, and I'd be getting ready to go to town. Mama would be getting us dressed, and I'd be putting on my shoes and socks to go. I thought, I was going somewhere. We didn't ever go nowhere. We didn't see nobody. Well, I asked my mama, I remember asking my mama which sock. I knew the shoes had to go on different feet, but I didn't know about socks. I thought, Mama, which foot does this sock go on? And she told me it went on either one. You could put on either one, it didn't matter. But your shoes, you had to have them on the right feet. And I had on white lace-up shoes that kind of come up on your ankle a little bit. And I was sitting up in that seat of that wagon. I was so happy with my mama and my daddy and my sister. We was going somewhere that we never saw. We never seen anything but woods. We hardly never had nobody come there. It was just us, just us. And I was so proud to go to town and had my shoes on and my socks and my dress my mama had made. I had a good mama and daddy. They dressed me and fed me. I never went hungry. I always might not have been the best, but I've eat rabbit, I've eat bird, I've eat squirrels, I've eat chicken, I've eat pork chops and grits and biscuits. I never went hungry. I always had food. We always had food. And I didn't know we were poor. I would go outside and I would walk around and look at flowers. And there was this rose bush that was out there, and I loved to smell that rose bush. I would walk up to it and I would smell the blooms, and they smelled so good. Well, I decided that I wanted to smell them better. So I picked two little buds, the little buds that hasn't bloomed yet. Well, I picked two of them, and I peeled off the green part, and I stuck them up my nose, both of them, one on one side and one on the other, so I could smell them better. Well, I went in the house and Mama saw me, and I told her, she asked me what was I doing, and I told her I was smelling of them roses. I couldn't get them out. I had stuck them things up in my nose. I couldn't get them out of my nose. My mama had to, I don't know how she done it. I don't know how she got them out, but she got them out. I never done that again. But I loved flowers back then. I would go out in the edge of the woods. I would pick violets. Oh, I thought they were the prettiest flowers. I would pick a whole handful of violets. And when I'd come in the house, they would be all bent over and wilted, but I'd put them in water. And I was like 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. And they would revive back up. But I always loved flowers, and I always entertained myself doing things like my sister. I don't know. I don't remember her doing much of nothing. She had a temper. She had a temper when she was little. If she got mad, she would fall down in the floor and kick and scream, and face would turn red. Right up there in the top of her head would turn purple. I didn't have no temper. I didn't do that. I never done that stuff. She did. I remember it. I've never had a temper in my life. I might not have liked everything that happened, but I can't call that having a temper, because I don't think that was a temper. And whenever, back then you didn't have toys. We had a tricycle one time. I remember having a tricycle, a little bitty tricycle. Well, my daddy's half brother came over to our house one time, and he was he was bigger than us. He got on our tricycle, and he was spinning around and pushing and doing stuff to it. I cried because I thought he was going to tear it up. And he would have. I think he was kind of rough. And he did. I was scared he was going to tear our tricycle up. But, little things that you remember all your life. All your life. And you don't vary too much from when you're little to you're old. You're still the same person. Or I can't say everybody's like that. I don't know. But I'm just blessed, and I'm thankful, and I'm so proud that I got to meet all these people on YouTube that watch me and send me sweet and kind comments. I can't see them all, and I can't read them while I'm doing it, but I'm going to look at every one whenever I get through and go in the house and see what everyone has said. I hope this has helped somebody. I hope that if you're a person with low esteem of yourself, I hope you don't let that define you and keep you from finding what is you're good at, what you enjoy. What you're good at enjoy is the thing. You got to enjoy your life and enjoy what you're doing, and thankful that you're able to do it, and give God the praise for your health, that He's give you all your life. We're going to all go through things. We're going to all, the devil is going to try to stop you. If you're trying to do good, he's going to throw up things to block you and just uh, get you off your balance and think you can't do nothing. You stay strong and let the Lord lead you and let him hold your hand, because he will. He'll hold your hand. He'll guide you if you let him. He's not going to say, you better listen to me. You better do this and you better do that. He don't do that. He says, if you desire to do this and you want to do good, I'll help you. I'll help you along your way. I'll give you things that you need. You might not be rich. You might not have everything in the world that everybody's got, but you'll be happy. You'll have a full heart and a good, happy heart. And that's what we all need. We all need a happy heart. Don't try to fix nobody, because you can't fix nobody. You can't fix nobody. You can give them advice, and you can pray for them, and you can pray every day that they come to their senses and know this ain't the way to live. This is not a happy life. This is a life that's got me down. I can't live this way. I got to get out of it. All kind of ways you got to get away from whatever is pulling you down. I know that, because I had to do it. I never thought I had it in me. I never thought I would never be able to leave a home. We had a nice house. I left the house and everything in it that was his. I only took what my mama died. She gave me a refrigerator. She gave me a bed. She gave me things that was in her house. Me and my sister divided it up. And I brought what I got over to my house. I only took what I had of my mama's. When I left, I did not take one single thing that he had bought. I left all of it, every single thing. But I made it. I made it with the Lord's help. He gave me the strength that I didn't know I had. And y'all can do the same thing. If anybody's in a relationship like that, or even if you are not in a relationship like that, if you don't think your mentality is enough to do something, think again. The Lord can give you the strength and the help that'll show you the way. He'll lead you. If you let him, he'll let you. If you let him lead you, he'll show you the way. Look what he showed me. Little old bitty shy, don't think I'm nothing. I can't read like everybody. I can't do a lot of things everybody can do, but I can do some things. And I give him all the praise and the glory for everything that I am, because he made me. You got to develop what you are and to hold on. Hold on. Don't let go. Don't let nobody tell you are dumb. Don't let nobody tell you ain't got no sense at all. Sometimes you begin to believe it. But in the end, he gives you the strength that you need to get out and let that hold that they had on you keep you down, because you don't need to be down. The Lord made you a person. You are as good as anybody, or even better sometimes than some people. You, you deserve good things, and the Lord will help you along. He's the one made you just exactly how you are, just exactly. He don't make mistakes. Never made a mistake. He don't make them. So, y'all, I really, I need to thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching and caring. I'm going to read the comments. I know y'all are sweet people, and they are some sweet people that's came out here and told me how much I've helped them, hugged me, blesses my heart to know that you have helped somebody in life, because everybody's struggles are not the same. Everybody had individual struggles in life, and the Lord can help you through any struggle you have. You don't have to, you're not going through it alone unless you choose to go through it alone. Don't choose to go through it alone. Have, have the Lord to hold your hand. He won't turn it loose. He'll keep it, and He'll guide you, not away. He'll guide you the way you need to go. Just keep on holding His hand. He will take you right on where you need to go, and I want to meet Him in heaven one day, and I want my family to be there with me. I don't know if we'll know it, but I won't. I'll be sad if I don't know it. If I see them, if I don't see them there. It's only, you got to just trust in Him and believe in Him and let Him be your Lord and Savior. That's easy. That's all you have to do. And be strong and hold on. Don't let go. Oh, y'all, I got to sing my song. Uh, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I am so blessed and thankful. Y'all, I like to forgot today was my day to come on. I went and lay down last night at 10 o'clock, and I thought, I haven't put the thing on there that tells them I'm going to be on there. The holiday kind of messed me up. I got up, and I went in there and put it on there that I was going to be on today. And uh, and y'all are here. I don't know how many. I can't see how many's on here, but I know y'all are here. I see the comments, but I can't read them. I can't see them. But anyway, I am on Tuesday at 10 a.m. and Friday at 10 a.m. And I'm so thankful that y'all choose to come to watch me. I never thought nobody would, you know. I never thought it. But it's a blessing, and I hope that I have helped somebody. And it was not all happy, but it's happy to be the person that the Lord wants you to be. And you got choices, and you can live and learn. I did. I lived and I learned. When somebody don't treat you nice and treat you like a person that you need to be treated, I didn't want to be showered with everything, but I wanted to be a person that I thought cared about me, and I don't think they did. They only cared about themselves. I was just somebody that they could keep down, and don't do that to nobody. Don't beat anybody down and make them like it or try to like it, because it don't work. One day, they gonna get up. They gonna be tired of being put down all the time. They deserve to be up and to be well thought of and to say nice things about. Don't always cut them down. Just cut them forever. People don't need that. Life is hard, even though you have a good relationship. It's hard, and it's gonna probably get harder. It's probably, times are very hard now. And if you hadn't got a strong hand to hold on to, it's gonna be really hard. But I want to thank y'all for coming in. I hope I haven't depressed anybody. I hope I've helped somebody. I really like to be more happy, but this just seemed like it needed to be said. Sometimes you don't know what to say, and you just have to try to, when you're a little bit inside that way, you can't be another way. When you're hurting on the inside, you can't be really joyful and happy. I can't put on an act. I can't put on a really a joy when I'm not. But things will get better. I'm praying, and I hope y'all are praying. We all need to pray for each other, because the times the Bible is fulfilling every day, and we don't know what's coming. We don't know. But we're gonna stand together, all of us join hands, and all of us together can make a difference. We can be stronger together. And Tammy has a channel, Stephen, and all of us have a channel. Y'all watch if y'all want to. You know, uh, we're having, not everybody's a little bit heartbroken and needs lifting up, and I hope we all get lifted up and can laugh and just enjoy being here, and whatever little things that the Lord lets us have, that we can rejoice over them and look back and say, we made it. We made it through this, and we're going to make it through some more. Even though the devil's trying to throw us down, we keep getting back up, stronger, and he can't do no more to us than the Lord will let him. But he's going to try. He's going to try us all. He's going to get our, anything that he could hurt you with or bring you down, cut you, break your will, he's going to try. And But we're strong. I found out I'm stronger than I knew. I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. And I give the Lord the glory for that because He made me. It was in there. I didn't know it. I didn't know it. But I realized that He's the one give me and made me. He knows me through and through. He knows me inside out because He made every little piece of me just the way I am. I didn't know it then. Gosh, the wind's really blowing. Oh goodness. Y'all, I'm gonna have to get out of here. It's about to blow me away. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Love each other and help each other. Don't put obstacles there that will bring them down and make them fall. Lift them up. Lift them up and hold them up if you can till they can hold themselves up. I'm going to try to sing this little song. Y'all know I can't sing. I'm not a singer. I thought I was when I was little and I was in there singing, but I can't sing, y'all. I can make a joyful noise maybe, but not nothing that I can brag on. But anyway, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Thank you, Lord, for giving me a light to shine. I love y'all. See y'all later. Friday. I'll see y'all Friday. Have a blessed, I hope y'all had a blessed 4th of July, whatever, let's see, what was it? Uh, what kind of day was it we had? I can't even remember what it was. Labor Day. Oh, yeah, Labor Day. Y'all see how I need to improve my brain a little bit. But anyway, I hope y'all all had a good Labor Day. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.